Have you ever woken up in the middle of the woods during an overland trip and your battery's dead? Not a good feeling. From a 3-day trip in the middle of nowhere, it just had enough juice to get me home. Next morning, I went to start it. Nothing. My buddy came with a battery booster pack. Nothing. Once these AGM batteries hit zero, you can't do anything with them. I reached out to Cascadia 4x4. They agreed to let me try out their brand new VSS system for the Bronco. Basically what the system is 2 solar panels that are hood mounted. They go into your battery, and then I got their charge controller. This will connect to your solar panels that are hood mounted. These wires will go straight to your battery. As long as there's sun out, it'll just keep topping up your battery. Then this here is an accessory port, so you can actually plug this into a portable battery pack, which I'm going to do. And when your vehicle battery is topped up, it'll start charging your secondary power pack. So in the summer, I'm gonna have a fridge in my Bronco 100% of the time. These solar panels are just gonna keep everything going. I'll always have fresh drinks. This is a lot simpler to install than like a 2 battery setup. It's just to maintain your battery. As my Bronco is sitting at work, it's gonna top up the battery every day. First thing they say to do is wash your Bronco, but we all know you can't wash a car. If it isn't this clean, keep trying. Sorry, Cascadia. It's fine. Remove any tree sap, bugs, tar. Yeah, that's right. You're still cleaning. No, I'm not. But you should be. Step 2, vinyl installation. So that's what we're going to start. You should have some isopropyl alcohol. I bought some just to do this. Who knows where I put it? I have these little isopropyl pads. They're 70% from a first aid kit. I'm not worried about scratching my paint. You get the spray. That would be better. But that's just to remove the wax and anything before you put your vinyl on, so it doesn't bubble and it adheres to the hood perfectly. Get the proper stuff. I just can't find mine. The next step, we're going to be taking the vinyl out. We're going to start prepping that to install it on the hood. It's pretty windy here today, so I don't know how this is going to go. But I'll do what I can. So the adhesive side is underneath. This will be the top. So what they want you to do is to start peeling and soapy water. So it's just a little bit of dish soap in here. But basically they want it drenched. They say spray it and then spray it some more. For the Bronco, because they want it away from the hood a certain distance, I want the edge of the vinyl to be 10 millimeters away from the edge of the hood. So oh no! Gotta get it nice and wet. This windy environment is horrible. Yes. Not a professional. But you know what? They are right. All this soapy water is making it super easy for me to position it. All right, well, this is the best angle you're gonna get. So I'm just gonna straighten it out all around. Bring it to the edge, and we want to do 1 centimeter. There, 1 centimeter. We're good for placement, so now they say to do like a rough squeegee pass just to get the water from out underneath. As you can see, it's all coming out without moving the decal. So we're going to do that. Yeah, I'm just putting light pressure. It's the most soap my Bronco's ever seen. Just do the same thing over again, a bit harder. And the last step here is to go through with a heat gun to remove any last little bubbles and make sure it's stuck on there. once that's all on, you're gonna want to take your isopropyl alcohol and clean basically all the openings, because you're gonna have to stick a sticker in there. All right, so the next step is putting this 3M adhesion promoter. This stuff works great. We use it at my work for vent shades and hood deflectors. We're gonna use one right now. There, it's a little sponge. And you're just gonna put it in all the little slots. Now they say to leave it dry for 2 full minutes. I'm not gonna let it go for 2 full minutes because it's so windy here, it's already dry. Be sure of your placement, because as soon as you put it down, you get moving. It's pretty easy when you follow the edges of the vinyl. It's good to me. There, snap the lock in place. Oh, you hear them. You hear them like clip right in there. And then this isn't in the instructions, but it's a very important part. You have to go like this. You got to go. That's not going anywhere. Because if you don't do that and you're a man, well, are you really a man? I'm going to put these aside here so I can open the hood. Then we'll snake it in and see where we're going to put the controller at. All right, so I have the controller box here. It's supposed to clean with isopropyl alcohol. I'm out, so I just use the soapy water and I just clean the top of my fuse box. I used to have my winch controller mounted there, so there's holes in it, whatever. But I know it's going to fit there. It's a good place to go. Mounting tape. Okay, we'll go yellow first. They didn't go cheap on the stickers. Like, this is all 3M. It's the good stuff. There. There. Let's put this back on and gonna hook up the battery. All right. So we are gonna put our battery, our fuse box cover back on. There, looks nice and neat here. I'll plug the battery in first, so let's do that now. For the ground, I'll just go here, and battery, I'll probably just double up on one of these, probably this one. Of course. Come on, I got it. Got it. All right. All right, so this is a 10mm socket for these battery posts. And that can go down, and this will plug into the battery. Now what's nice is that we're fused, so if anything happens, I don't know what size fuse they put in there, but I kind of want to know. Alright, it's 20 amp fuse, so it's good enough. I mean, it's just going to be topping up the battery, right? Okay, so let's hook up the battery and see if anything explodes. Okay, I'm gonna go check the box because obviously there's 2 solar inputs, so there must be a connector or a splice or something in there. Okay, so I guess we're gonna connect them in series. If we have, with the Bronco, we have 2 panels. So what you do is you just connect one of these together. Like this. And then you're left with 2 connectors that will connect to your controller. Like so. So now we're connected. Oh, I'm seeing some green lights. Green light is flashing and the orange light is steady on. No idea what it means. You know one thing? I'll tell you right now, I really like that this cable is long, because if I'm camping and my vehicle battery's good, I'll be able to pull this out and plug it directly into a power station to charge that up. I already got so many ideas coming. With this, I got their accessory ports, so I want to bring those inside the Bronco. And the reason I really wanted these is that I want to be able to charge stuff without the ignition power on. I have a USB-C and USB. I can still leave my phone plugged in and it's going to charge it. And I got the 12-volt outlet here, which I'm going to plug my power pack in. So the first thing we're going to do is to give you this SAE connector cable. So I'm going to run that from the hood to inside the Bronco. There's a little grommet that you can cut. I just kind of cut an X through, and that's where I slide all my cables. So you see over there, I got this blue cable here. This I had run this through for something else, and I don't need this anymore, so I'm just going to attach the cable and pull it through. Otherwise, you just got to wrestle it in there. So I'm going to do that now. So right now, because I have a cable through, it's going to be quite easy. I'll just tape this to it and pull it through. If you don't have this set up, I find a metal coat hanger works good. You just kind of poke it through, then you tie your cable and pull it back out. Okay, obviously I didn't think this through. The outlet's actually smaller on the other side, so I'm going to go from the other side and pull it through this way. And there we go. They give you quite a long, I think it's a 10-foot cable. Yeah, it's 9.9 feet. So you could, run it all the way to the back. Instead of going all the way to the back, I really wanted access to the USB port. I'd really like to put it right here on the no step. Now I kind of loosely test fitted. That'll fit perfect here. And that way I have access front or back. It's the inside I'm a little bit worried about. It's kind of tight with the hinges, but I really want to try to make it work. So hopefully I don't drill holes for nothing, but let's get the cable to this area first and see what we can do. You're gonna want a plastic trim remover tool for this, and it should just pop out. There. It's out. There. See, it's just these little clips here holding it, so you just want to pull it out. So now this is off. Now here's what I was talking about. It's going to come out here, but you have these two hinges, so the accessories are going to be angled coming in, but they might rub up on this, but it looks like it's going to fit, so I'm going to try it. Hopefully it does. There. Now, so to run the wire from there, I'm going to run it up there, probably just tie wrap it, and then I'm just going to tuck it in here all the way back till I get it in the compartment. So that's pretty easy. Alright, it wouldn't be a North Shore Bronco install without me fucking something up, so be careful when you're pushing the wires in. I kind of noticed that I was, even with the plastic scrapers, I was trying to push too hard, and I actually cut the shielding a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to loosen the bottom trim so I can push it in better. Take this little access panel out. There. Okay. So that's a 7mm bolt. There, should be enough. Okay, so I actually ended up having to take this off so I could lift this up a little bit, and then I was able to push the wire all the way through. And as you can see, I couldn't get heat shrink on the broken pieces. I put electrical tape, which I don't recommend doing. I should have cut the wire, repaired it properly, but it's not going to move under there, so I'm not too worried about it. It's fine. So I'm just going to put this back on, and now, as you can see, this will be able to reach up here, and we're going to drill our holes and see if it fits. Okay, so they give you this nice little template so you can put it where you want to put your thing and drill it out. So I'm going to cut that out right now. Okay, so I basically want it here, centered. I'm just going to put this here because I want to make sure it actually lines up on the top here. Should be good there. And there. So the important parts for me are just make a little mark where all the little holes are, because that's where my drill bit's going to go for the hole saw, and then for the screws on the sides. Okay, so you're going to need a little pointy punch just to kind of mark your spots, and a hammer or a blunt object. All right, so I got them all punched. I can get rid of this. You want to take your bit and you line it up on the hole that you punched, the tip here. So right here. Now I'm just going to pull this out a little bit so I don't hit anything. But that's a guide hole, and the other hole is right here. Okay, there. There. Clean this up a little bit. Now you can cut this little part here, but because it's kind of flimsy, I'm going to leave it. But it's a lot easier if you do cut it as per the instructions, so you put your wiring through. Let's see if it fits. I'm kind of worried. I figure worst case scenario, I'll just have to buy another panel. There. See? I'm just test fitting it on right now before I do the wiring. Here's what I'm worried about, is that these are gonna hit here when I put it in. So let's see. Oh no, I think it clears. Okay, so it's only hitting one little spot. See this here? I don't know if you can see the metal. It's a little dented there. It's hitting on this metal tab here. So I'm just gonna try to bend that out of the way. It's only holding a screw, and hopefully we'll be good. Okay, it does fit. I had the cover off, but if you put the cover on, it acts as a little spacer and makes it stick out just a little bit. And plus, when you put the gasket on here, it's tight. I think it'll be touching it. As you can see, it's touching the screw, but I removed that part of the screw and it's gonna work. So now I'm gonna secure this, do the wiring, hook it up, and see what happens. I wanna make sure it's straight. So I'm putting USB on the driver's side, and power bank. I always have it on the right hand side of my Bronco, so that's going to go on the right hand side. Make sure everything's straight. I'm just going to loosely put it in for now. Start putting my lock rings on the back, and make sure it still snaps into place. All right, then you can take your 7/64 drill bit. Could have probably done this before. Pre-drill your holes. Look at that. That looks factory dirty Bronco. Perfect. This is the wiring they give you. They give you an SAE connector, positive wire, and a ground wire. So you're going to do ground to ground, positive to positive in series, and then the other positive, other ground to the other connector, and then these two can connect together. So positive on this side. Okay, I got confused a little bit because I was like, where's the third positive and the third ground? But it's on the connectors here. See? So, all right, so positive to positive. negative to negative, positive, and the ground. The only thing we got left to do, connect our SAE connector here. Now should be able to put this together for the last time. All right, let's go in the engine bay and connect it and see what happens. Okay, time to test this out. I just got to work. It's sunny out, so battery is at 12.8 volts. I'm gonna plug it in to my power pack, which I drained down to 5%. So I'm gonna plug it in. We'll see over the next 5 hours in direct sunlight, see if how much it charges it up. All right, not too bad. 23 watts. Oh, 36 watts. 50. 64. 84 watts. 97. Okay, so now I know it's taken off the battery. 110 watts. But it already dropped my battery. You see that? 11.7. I have the cutoff set to 12 volts. So it's going to stop charging and then top up my battery up until 12.6 volts. Then it should start charging again. So anyway, we'll see in 5 hours where my battery pack's at. All right, well, it's been 4 hours. It's charged it up to 21%, which is pretty good. I mean, you got to think this is just like a passive system. So it's not its main purpose. The main purpose is to keep your battery charged. So my vehicle battery's full charged and now that's at 21%. So needless to say, I really like this system. It uses wasted space on your hood that actually serves a purpose and looks good. Also, for me as a Canadian, I'm very proud that this is a Canadian product. I know that most of my viewers are from the United States, but don't worry, even if you buy the whole package, it still falls under the tariff limit, so you're not going to be paying any tariffs. If you never want to worry about a dead battery again, make sure you go check out Cascadia 4x4 on their website. I'll leave some links in the description. Later this summer, once I've got to play with the system a little bit more, I'll be posting a longer term review right here. In the meantime, if you want to see why my Bronco is on its third battery, go check out this video here.